everybody. Happy FNL. I hope that you are having a wonderful holiday weekend. Yesterday, of course, was Thanksgiving, and today is Indigenous Day, and celebrating both. The history around both is very interesting. And, there are people that don't want to recognize Indigenous Day, and there's people that don't want to recognize Thanksgiving. And I'm like, celebrate it all. It all is legitimate. And I can say that because my relatives were on the Mayflower. And, all of us have, everything that we enjoy today, I personally believe we owe to the Indigenous and the original Americans in this country. And so anyway, regardless of where you're at and what you think or don't believe, I just hope you're having a great holiday weekend and able to celebrate and be thankful for things in your life. I know sometimes that even is challenging. So I was looking at some of the comments before I logged on, and Frugal, you're on camera. Do you want me to move the camera?
I am.
I just looked over there in the corner, and she had said, I don't want to be on camera because the part of the FNL is to tell you why here in a minute. But why what?
Who's on? Want to be on camera?
Who's
Why?
Well, I don't know why. We're messing with each other. Anyway, we'll get to that in a little bit. And everything's always fun. And so anyway, Megan was on here way early today and said hello to everyone first. So yay, Megan. That was so sweet to log on and see. And Cheryl is in the Quartzsite Desert with friends. Only 2 of her friends are missing. Me and Frugy. But we will be there soon, and that's part of the discussion tonight. I just love it when you guys leave comments so that I can see who all is on here. Thank you, Beth Midnight Run Kennel. Good to see you, and Nancy Medeiros. I'm always afraid, Nancy, I'm going to butcher that last name for you. But in Pup Camper, you are just you and Frugal and my mods in general. I'm so blessed by. Thank you for greeting everybody until I got here, Cheryl. That is awesomeness. Texan Lulu, good evening from cool and sunny Central Texas. Sally, happy post Thanksgiving. Sally missed, she's a wowzer, part of the WOW writing workshops that I host. And she was traveling, and so she missed Wednesday. So this is the first time I've been able to say hi and happy Thanksgiving to her in person. Linda, currently in Texas. Linda M., good to see you. And she's in coastal Texas. Are you visiting Lorelei? Loretta Terpstra is here, and she is in from Alaskan RV in Bowie, Arizona. She'll be in Quartzsite soon. Yay. Well, be sure and check out my events page, Loretta, DebraDickinson.com/events, so that you can find us and so that I can meet you in person. That would be awesomeness. I better be here by January 10th. It's a big one this year. Birthday. Is that your birthday? Why have I not known that? Or did I know that? I did?
Go to Silly Alice.
Oh, because we always go to Silly. That's right. I sing happy birthday to you. Okay, for those of you that might be new to my channel, I do have a brain injury. We were joking we went to the post office earlier today, and I mailed out a bunch of fulfillment stuff and books and blah, blah, blah. And, but the postmaster at our postmaster here where my docking station is she's just so wonderful, and we have such a good time with her. But it's like she'd be like, no, you don't want to do that. She'd be like, no, put that over here. No, and I said, if people that don't think I look like I have a brain injury or forget that I have a brain injury, just come hang out with me for a while. Because it's more than just brain burps or forgetfulness or age, and it gets to be quite fun. We'll just leave it at that. Yes, Robin, a freeze in New Orleans. Oh no, cover up the plants. And Pup Camper, you know I wouldn't miss your birthday. Happy early birthday. But we'll go to Silly Owls or wherever you want to go again. Oh, good, Nancy. I'm glad I said your name right. Mary Jane Jordan is in the house. Hello, how are you doing? Mary Jane, look, Mary Jane, look, look. Mary Jane gave me my Longmire license plates, you guys. Mary Jane and was one of my first viewers I ever met on the road. Mary Jane, I think we met in, was it 2016? 2017, and it's just so good to see you on here. I miss you. I miss getting to visit the Black Hills. One day, this puppy, this RV, she'll be steady for me. I just know it, and I'll get to hit the road again and visit some of my wonderful places that I miss, and one of them is in the Black Hills where I first met Mary Jane. Now I got to tell y'all this quick story. This isn't part of the title on FNL, but we were camped in the foothills of the Black Hills, and got there early. And out in the middle of nowhere, my RV, sometimes I told y'all I miss my van because it could go places that Phoenix can't, but I can do jumping jacks in Phoenix if I want to. So everything's a trade-off. But I was camped way, way out in the middle of nowhere. And here comes this, gosh, Mary Jane, what were you driving at the time? It was a SUV of some sort, wasn't it? Was it a Subaru? I can't remember. It wasn't her truck camper, but it was a Subaru or something. And she comes and it goes by, and I'm like, well, that's odd, you know, that solo female is up here in a car, basically in the middle of nowhere. Well, Mary Jane didn't know that we got there early, and she was out scouting campsites for me. And because we were going to meet I think the next day or in 2 days. And like I said, I got there early, and we've been good friends, but haven't been able to see each other in a while, but we've been good friends since. And now we have another viewer of mine turned out to be a longtime family friend of hers, and didn't meet through Mary Jane. And so that's just always fun. Anyway, good to see you on here, Mary Jane. My cousins, Mike and Cindy, are on from Lake Jackson, Texas. Hello. Yes, Pup Camper. We were talking about Silly Owls yesterday. We had Thanksgiving, pizza for Thanksgiving, because we had our Thanksgiving dinner early, because Jana put up a wonderful video about cooking for one or two for Thanksgiving. And so we had our Thanksgiving dinner early. And she said, well, what do you want on Thanksgiving Day then? And I said, I want pizza. And so she made me pizza for Thanksgiving. Subaru Outback. Okay, it was a Subaru, Mary Jane. Okay, awesomeness. I did remember. Richard Albert, I mailed you a package today, my darling. He is in rehab hospital, and 2 fractures in his legs, and is having I mean, always in good spirits, and always full of gratitude. Richard is one of a very bright light. And so I don't want to say that he's having a hard time in his soul and spirit and light, but physically he is having a very hard time, and will be there for a while. So y'all send him love and prayers, please. Richard, in case you have forgotten, is the one that helped me get my new tires and wheels that keeps me safe on the road in Phoenix, my rig. So, I just realized I'm like playing with my necklace, and it's underneath my shirt. There we go. And so anyway, we are sending you well wishes, Richard. And I sent you a package today. I'm not sure if your friends can bring it to you or not. If not, it'll be there when you get home. But hi, Sybil, good to see you. And thank you for giving all of that love to Richard. I appreciate that. And so Lorelai's in the house. I was just asking if Lorelai and Linda, oh good, he says thanks everyone. So he was able to stay on until he saw all of that. So that's good. Robin says she sent that video that Jenna made to her sister because she was cooking for two.
Yeah.
And says, thanks, Jenna. And hi, Judith. Judith, when do I get to see you? I need my Judith fix. Oh, Peace Dove says sage and light. I love that. She's sending healing vibes. I love that. All right, so I'm trying to think of how I want to share my title because it is a convoluted title. Time to travel, anxiety and depression, gratitude list, fear, fake, and fun. What a mess. So let's just jump in. So it's travel time. And here is one of the reasons why, you guys. Woke up this morning and it was 33 degrees when I woke up. It's like time to head to courtside. January. Oh, that's right, Judith. We talked about that. I did get to see you in January. So anyway, when it's in the 20s overnight and 33 in the because by the time I took that picture and everything, the sun had been up for a little while.
When I woke up, it was 29.
Yeah, when Jana says when she woke up and looked, it was 29, and so yeah, it's like time to move on. And I know that we're still not as cold as a lot of the country, and some of y'all are probably going, wah. But for us, yeah, Sally says that's her forecast for tomorrow, and even Robin shared that they're going to have freezing in New Orleans. And yeah, it's yes, pup camper, it's time to move on. So that's one of the reasons. But you guys, y'all know I don't have a heater. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out when my heater core went out and we had to take that out and have the seats cut out and all of that. And I don't have a heater. I did have my air conditioner fabricated so that I could have an AC, and it got broke by a mechanic recently, and I got that fixed again to the tune of like $400, and it had already cost me $1,100. So I have a $1,500 air conditioner in my cab. But that won't do me any good when we leave. We're traveling on yes, I hear you, Judith, about being ready to run away from home. And yes, January will be here before we know it. 1 degree and a -14 wind chill. Oh, hell no. Sybil, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. And especially the older I get, and then when that north wind blows and it's cold, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my gosh. So Sally is in Georgia, and it was 80 yesterday and 60 today. I get that. It changed here overnight as well. And in my book, How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, I shared one of the times that I was camped with Bob outside of Flagstaff, and he came and he pounded on my door, and he's like, how soon can you be ready to roll? Because the forecast had changed, and it was late afternoon, and he's like, we got to go now. And while we were going down the mountain, sleet and ice and snow mix was coming down, and my van was sliding everywhere. And Doreen mailed you something today too, my darling. Seeing all these people that are like,
We played fulfillment.
yeah, we did fulfillment today. And we did, Bev isn't on here. I don't think we sent hers too, but 68 in Florida. See, that's cold for Florida. But squirrel, now I forgot what I was saying. Somebody remind me while I take a drink.
Ready to travel. Roll.
Yeah, but what was I saying? Chad is like, I don't know. I was reading comments and working. Yes, Lorelai, I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. Yay, I get to see you guys. That's so exciting. I haven't seen them, gosh, 3 years. Lorelai and Linda, y'all catch me up if I'm forgetting something. But I was talking about the weather and rolling and how it changes really fast. And another reason, some of you are asking about my plans. One of the reasons that we have to, before, I'm going to come back to that. I just remembered what I was going to say a while ago about the heater. I was talking about not having a heater. So I will be traveling. When we leave here Sunday morning, it's going to be in the upper 20s, and we have to go through mountain passes to get out of this area and head down toward Quartzsite. Minnesota. That's Minnesota. That's hilarious. And northern Minnesota. It's going to be cold Sunday until we get through the mountains and through the passes and get to where we're going to camp that night. And I'm a little nervous about it because we all know Phoenix has not been the most reliable lately. I've put as much money into her as I can. Yes, I was going down the mountain with Bob, Loretta. That is correct. And following him and sometimes I would fishtail and go sideways. It was crazy. 2 years, I thought so, Linda. It's going to be great to see you guys. But I'm nervous about going through the cold. I'm nervous about Phoenix's performance, but I just have to trust I've done everything that I can do for her for now. I will be wearing long johns. Maybe this is TMI, I'm sorry, but I will be wearing long johns. I will have a blanket over my legs. I've learned how to tuck it in underneath my leg on the seat so that my legs aren't encumbered by the blanket down by my foot pedals and everything. I don't take any risk like that. I will have my poncho on. I'll have my fingerless gloves on to drive. I'll have my hoodie, my Navy cap. What are they called? Toboggan. I'll have my wool cap on. I'm going to be driving down the road looking like it's snowing inside. Yes, I did. Pup camper. I did. And I'm hoping to get to talk to him in person about that. I do need no, I don't need a snowsuit. I would get so claustrophobic in a snowsuit. And the one thing about layering up like that is as we get, we go up in elevation, I will be prepared. I will have all of my layers on. Watch cap is what I was trying to think of, Sally, but it's actually a wool toboggan. So I had it wrong, but the watch cap is what I was trying to think of. And with the layers, as we get over the mountains and as I get warm, I can start peeling layers off. And so that's what Sunday morning will look like for me. And one reason that we are leaving now, and there's a reason why we haven't left yet, and I'll share that in a little while, but one reason we are leaving now is because I have my first book signing in Quartzsite next Saturday, a week from tomorrow. So if you are in the area, please come to the QIA. Now, QIA stands for the Quartzsite Improvement Association. And I borrowed this picture off of their website. You guys have seen pictures that I've shared and little videos that I've shared from book signings there in the past. It's like a giant flea market. It's almost like Tyson Wells, but it's out in their parking lot is a giant flea market. But I have a booth inside. And so they have both outside vendors and inside vendors. And I will be inside, which is really nice because I don't have to worry about my books or the weather or anything. So you guys come on out to that. They have a restaurant that serves breakfast. And then as the day goes on, they switch to afternoon menu. There's usually a Papa Murphy's there selling pizza. If you by chance have an oven in your rig, you can buy one of those and cook it. There's just all kinds of vendors that you would just have a blast if you come. Even if you don't come see me, but I hope you will have a blast there, and inside and outside, and just see everybody and say hi, and come by my booth and say hi. And thank you, Sybil, for reminding everyone to hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. The hand and sock warmers, thank you for thinking of me, Loretta. Those usually get too hot for me, so I don't use those. But I had somebody sent me a whole case of them back in, like, I think it was 2016. And I did use all of those up, but those don't work for me for some reason. So I've got my system down, and I'll be okay. I'll just look like a nut. So Lorelei says it's a fun event, and it is. Lorelei has been to the QIA, and there's just you never know what you're going to find there. There's vendors there's food vendors, there's arts and crafts vendors, there's there, Jana. Oh, that's another thing. Check out their website. You can type in QIA Quartzsite, and their website will pop up. But Jana even got involved with. There are some wood.
They have all kinds of events throughout the week.
Yeah, they have all kinds of events throughout the week and throughout the winter. I just happened to go to the Arts and Crafts Fair for my book signing event, but the QIA itself, Jana did some for one winter. She joined their woodworking group, and they would meet once a week. Once a week at the QIA and sit around and do woodworking together. They have all kinds of different groups that meet. Dancing. They have, and then on the weekends and all, they do dancing. They teach dancing, and they have bingo. And I mean, the QIA is really underrated, and I think not advertised enough for the people that are in the area. And then, of course, on Saturday, December 7th, and I didn't put the time up there, but 9 to 1, it's just a half day that come on out and see all of the vendors. And it's always fun in December. There's a lot of Christmas kind of vendors. And in fact, where is, this. So y'all might, let me get rid of this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, y'all got that? 235 East Ironwood. It's one block off of Main Street. Okay, so it doesn't look like much, right? But this is the coolest little thing, and I got it at QIA. It sits on your desk or wherever, table, and I think, and Cheryl has one, and Jana has one, and it sits on your desk, and it holds your phone. Oh, sorry, I turned my phone on. Anyway, I can't do this. It holds your phone. And it doesn't do that because it's sitting on the desk. Let me try this again. It holds the phone. I got that from one of the vendors, and I just love it so much. Yeah, she's probably going to not pay me. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody pays me. Anyway, so come on out to QIA. And then my next one will be January. Let me see, January 4th, also at the QIA. And again, y'all can go to my events page and see all of this. But I will be for 10 days at Tyson Wells. And that's at the same time that the big tent is going on. And I may have another surprise event that I'm in negotiations on right now that might come up here pretty soon. So y'all keep an eye on that events page. You never know. So time to travel. I think I've covered that exhaustively. And thank y'all for sharing where all y'all are. I love that we're all over the country. So I can't believe y'all didn't laugh at me for dropping my phone. Y'all usually are on that stuff. Okay, so next. Anxiety and depression. Let's get this out of the way. So I've been here, by the time we roll, I will have been here a month. A lot of that was taking care of Phoenix, stressing over Phoenix, going back and forth because of Phoenix. And I came here to get projects done. And I'm going to show y'all some of the projects that I was able to do. And I've been sharing them with patrons along the way. And so, and YouTube members, I call it my KOKO Fam. The patrons and YouTube members are my KOKO Fam. And I've been keeping them up to date on the daily. And I'm going to show y'all some pictures here in a minute. And I may do a video here later on of some of the projects, but I'll tell you why I'm hedging on that. And y'all can weigh in and tell me what you think. But Okay, sometimes the holidays are hard for people. I don't know why, but this November hit me hard. I've been having nightmares. If you read my book, oh, thank you for putting that link up, Jenna. Thank you. If you've read my book, you know that I didn't have a good childhood, didn't have a good mom, and her birthday was in November, and then she died in November just a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, whatever. And I don't know why, but I haven't been able to, I've either been having fitful sleep and nightmares, and she's always present in them, or I can't go to sleep. It's like last night I was up till 1 o'clock and then I woke up at 6 o'clock. It's like I'm not sleeping. And so I know that can always play with our minds too. And then the holidays, I think I would have had a hard time this holiday season, but my sister came to see me, and Jana's here, and we had wonderful 2 Thanksgiving dinners. And so I don't think it was because it was the onset of the holidays, because I had a great time with my sister. I shared that with y'all last week, and Jana and I've had a great time and are doing really well, and I'm excited about going to Quartzsite. But I also, everything just feels so overwhelming, and I think it's because of Phoenix. I think, I don't really know, but I can't stress this enough, that I think it is. Pup Camper, she says she thought it might be the anxiety of travel and worrying about Phoenix. That too. And I mean, and Jenna, you know, she's not gonna leave me. I've told her, if I break down, you go on, and she won't do that. And so I feel like if something happens now, I'm not only messing up my plans, it's going to affect Jana too. And so that weighs heavily on me. But I thought, and I'm going to do a video on this, about how I got it so wrong about when I got on the road, that I would be self-contained in my little van, and I was, and it did save my life. And I love traveling, and I love being a nomad. But I thought a side benefit of that, a huge side benefit of that, would be that I didn't have to move anymore. Now, moving is not the same as turning the key and moving on down the road. That's fun. Moving, again, if you read my book, you know that I went to an average of 3 schools a year. Sometimes I didn't get to go to school. Sometimes we lived out of a car. One year I went to 5 different schools, and then I didn't get to go to school for several months the next year. And fortunately, God gave me a brain before the brain injury, that I was smart enough that I wasn't smart enough that I caught up with the class wherever we moved to, but I was smart enough to finagle the system, and smart enough to fake my way through it. And that's not the fake in the title that I'm going to talk about. But I always managed to get past to the next grade, even though I didn't learn anything. And so I also went through all of my school years feeling very stupid, because kids were learning stuff and I wasn't. And it wasn't until much later. Oh my dog! What is my dog doing? Are you scratching? Come here. You're making noises. Why are you making noises? Huh? You want to talk? No, you want Mama Jana? Okay, go to. Well, what do you want? Can y'all hear him talking?
What do you want?
What you want? You want to tell me a story? Huh? You want to tell me? You're not in trouble. I just wondered what you were doing. He had an itch. He said, I'd scratch my itch. Well, hell. Squirrel. Oh, you're cold, Bubby. Moving all the time. And we always lived out of the car. I never knew where I was going. And so I got to where I didn't meet a stranger, because you move like that. It's kind of like an army brat, I guess. You never meet a stranger. But I saved up my whole adult life and finally bought my sticks and bricks. And when I lost it because of my brain injury and brain surgery, okay, you can get down.
Come over here.
There you go, buddy. Go to Mama Jana. I thought that I would never have to move again because I bought that sticks and bricks. And then, you know, shit happens, and I lost it because of my brain injury, lost my son. And when I moved into my van, I thought, oh, finally, all of my stuff is in one place. Not a lot. Everything I had was in my van. But I thought I'd never have to do that shuffling of moving again. And guys, I think that is one of the biggest lies about the nomad life. That for me, and it's not just Jana always teases me. She goes, it's because you got too much stuff. Get rid of the stuff. Well, I mean, I have my Kokopelli that my cousins gave me. I have a fake plant there that I know, Kokopelli, and a fake plant. Show them the plant. and the doggy jar treat. The doggy treat jar. Things like that aren't a necessity, but they sure are nice to have a home again. And they never move. They're Velcroed down. I have my license plates that mean a lot to me for decor. I have my books that mean a lot to me. So I do have some things that I could get rid of, but mostly, you guys, when I look around my RV, I use every single thing that I look at. Well, I just looked at this, and that's not true. This is decor too, but it's Velcroed down. And that is about all the decor I have. And I want to hear from others that might be full-time on the road or even part-time. All I do, this is it, because I am not going to tear up. I am not going to do it. I mean, it's getting ready to travel. So Pup Camper was right. It's not the anxiety of travel. It's the anxiety of preparing for travel. And then plus I've moved as soon as we got here. I took all of my book event shit out. I'm sorry, but for the cussing, it's just going to happen tonight. And if it bothers you, I understand if it offends you and you need to get off. And I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's just going to be the case tonight. So, Jen, I better give this to you you want to put that. It's part of her project work a while ago, a box cutting knife, but I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Actually, that was to put your sticker on your window that I haven't done yet.
Oh, it's right here. If you you're talking about for the pass? Yeah, it's right there when you need it. Sorry, we're traveling in 2 days. We got stuff to do. And that's part of the thing. It's the anxiety of getting ready to travel. And what I was saying is when I got here, and I apologize for the squirrel, but when I got here, I took all of my book signing stuff out as soon as I could, because one is the long canopy. You know, I have a new canopy, the 4-legged canopy. You have to have a canopy if you're for QI. I don't need it because I'm inside, but I will need it for Tyson Wells. And so I have to take that with me. But I put it in my she shed for while I was here. And I'm at my docking station right now. And I bought a tent because last year, I don't know if you remember, but last year at Tyson Wells, we had Jana's tent, nice tent. And thank you, Jana, I'm blessed that, yes, run a business and have to have a bunch of stuff to run that business. And it's a lot. But I bought a tent because, one, I don't want to use her tent. We were dragging books in and out of it, and cases of books in and out of it as they sold. Thank God, what a problem to have, right? I sold more books. We got to get books out of the tent. Yay! That's a wonderful problem to have. But I didn't want it to put a hole in her tent or do anything to her tent. So I bought a tent this year. And I bought one that we can stand up in, because one of the things that we were having to do last year is every time we needed to go in and out of her tent is a what size? I mean, pup tent. It's not a pup tent, no, but it's almost a backpacking,
like a 2-person.
Yeah, it's almost like a backpacking tent, and you can't stand up in it.
Probably 4 foot high.
She thinks about 4 foot high. I don't know. Y'all can see Bandit. I don't know. There's Jana. 4 foot high. So we were having to get down and crawl in every time, and then sit down and get the books out of the boxes, and then crawl back out and hand them to somebody and take them to out to the booth. So I bought one that we can stand up in. So I have to travel with that. So that's going to be in my floor, in my way. I put them in my she shed while we're here because I keep tripping over stuff. That was Sammy. Did y'all hear Sammy? Let me know if y'all heard Sammy. She had a hairball. She's chewing on a toy. As I get older, tripping and everything takes on a new hazard, a new meaning, you know, I can't afford it. I can't afford to fall and break something. Nobody wants to do that, but I just literally, I can't. And I tripped so bad I don't think Jana knows this, so let me do it like this. I tripped so bad. No, I did tell you. I think I did tell you. I tripped so bad a few days ago. I fell. I fell. The door was open because Bandit was outside and he goes in and out on lead. And I literally fell out of my RV because I couldn't get my balance and I couldn't catch hold of anything. I didn't want to rip my license plates down. And then he was coming to see what all was going on because I fell for like a mile and a half in my RV. I just couldn't get my balance and out the door I went. And I'm fortunate. I boogered my knee really bad. And so I don't know if I'm going to get to do any dancing this winter or not. But and I'm culling as much as I can. I'm getting rid of the seasons the temperatures in Quartzsite are so volatile. I can't afford to, like, I'm going to take sweatpants to sleep in and a pair of shorts to sleep in and a couple of t-shirts. And that's it. I would leave my shorts here and I am culling down to that specific because I can't handle all of this. And I probably have lost y'all on what I'm trying to say, but it has been constant. Oh my God, constant reorganization, culling, moving shit around, figuring out a better place to store something. And I'm going to show y'all something that we've done that's going to help me a little bit, but it's constant. And then I've got the shirts that I want to wear that are nice for my book signing events. And so I would call down my wardrobe to just nothing, but I'm going to be 10 days at Tyson Wells without being able to go to the laundromat. I have to think of things like that. I have to have envelopes and everything for fulfillment when I mail out books. I have to have somewhere to store my cards and my sticker and my bookmarks and tablecloths and all the stuff that we use at book signing events. But even before that, living in my van, it seems like it was always something. And I am so tired of moving shit around. And I'm tired of it. I don't know what to do because it's 9 years now. This will be my 10th winter in Quartzsite. And I'm still stressed because I'm still moving stuff and I'm still culling stuff and I can't handle it. With my brain injury, I just can't handle it. And I don't know what that means. I know that I am doing my dangdest. See, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm doing my darndest to not have anxiety and depression and to just go with the flow. And it's like I told my cousin the other morning, I'm too blessed to not be grateful. And I shared a gratitude list I told my patrons and my KOKO Fam how grateful I am for them. I wouldn't be able to get Phoenix fixed. I wouldn't be able to pay. It cost around $500, and that doesn't count the inventory and the things that you have to have at your booth. But it cost about $500 or so to be at Tyson Wells. And all of what I do, I make money when I sell my books, but you have to have money up front to get there. And then I just bought about $700 worth of book inventory because you have to have your books on hand. I mean, I've got my first book signing a week from Saturday. So while I've been here, I've been doing all of that. And I'm whining. What did I say earlier to you? I'm being a whiny ass, or, I don't remember what I said. I told Jenna, I said, I hear it. I know. And I don't want to lose sight of how blessed I am. I mean, look at my home. I don't know how it looks to you guys, but when I look in the screen and I see my home behind me, to me, that's a Taj Mahal. And I'm so blessed. And look at this. Look at that. Look at there. There's my Jana, and there's my Bandit. There's a memory of Coco Pelli from my cousins, and Sammy's down here. I would show her to you, but I can't because she's on the floor. She's curled up on a doggy bed on the floor. Did he go to sleep?
Yeah.
And Bandit's nodding off. And I just bought a docking station that will give me a permanent place to retire to one day, and not anytime soon. But I'm so blessed beyond measure, and I have all of you. I get to write for a living. I write books. I publish books. I lead a WOW workshop of people that have the dream of wanting to write, and I'm able to give back some of what I've been so freely given through that. And I mean, I am blessed beyond measure. And right now I am so stressed because of this juggling stuff and trying to find a way to move on down the road and roll with all this shit, that I am stressed. And maybe that's why, now that I'm hearing myself, maybe that's why I'm not sleeping and having nightmares. And because it feels so oppressive. That's probably why my horrible mother is showing up in my nightmares. But it's just, I'm tired of it. I need ease. I need to figure this out in a way that isn't so painful all the time. Because I can't keep tripping over stuff. And so I'll get it figured out. Y'all want to know how big this is for me? I'm not even taking my fishing poles to Quartzsite because I don't want to mess with the only place that a fishing pole has to reside in my RV is in my shower, and I want to be able to take a shower without having to move them out. And so now that I have a docking station, I'm not even taking my fishing poles with me, and that ought to tell you something about how serious I am about not taking any more with me than I have to. So I say that because I want you to understand it's not like it's because I'm traveling with too much or trying to hoard too much or keeping too much or have too much in this RV. I just don't. And I'm about to lose it I am fighting curling up into a ball and getting under the covers. And the reason I don't is one, because God has never let me down and all my needs are always met. And because I have wonderful people like you in my life that lead by example. And because I really did learn and believe in KOKO, NMW, ODAT. Keep on keeping on no matter what, one day at a time. Right now, I am just tired and cranky. Y'all send Jana some love. Let me go back and catch up on comments, and then we'll move on with something better. Let's see. JoJo's here. Hello. Oh, thank you, Sally. Sally says, it seems to me that moving forward each year in school proves you learned something, even if it wasn't what the other kids were learning academically. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate that. I will be honest and say that if they were doing state testing like they do now, I would never have. I would be a dropout. I would not even have the college. I went on when I first started learning. My niece is trying to reach me. so Cody and Elizabeth, that's Elizabeth texting me. When I realized that I wasn't stupid, to be honest, was when I went to college. And I was shocked that I got admitted to college. I didn't know anything about college. That was a whole shock right there. And I'm so grateful. There was an administrator at it was Pan American College, which now is part of the UT system in a huge university in the Rio Grande Valley. But it was just. Did he fall?
No, but because there's that big space.
My dog keeps falling asleep in her lap and trying to fall off. Y'all don't mind us tonight. Right. It's like, no, don't be sorry. You never know what you're going to get when you show up for Friday Night Live.
Look at this. Sorry.
No, look, did you get it?
Yeah.
He's looking at me like, Mama, I nearly fell. God, can I show him?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I have to back up just a little bit. That's why I hit my fingers
to try to catch him.
Yeah, because I thought he's really gonna fall.
I think this is it.
One little dot.
I think I got it. Here we go. Hang on, guys. Here he comes. Here you go. Did I go too far?
Yeah.
He's fixing it. He's fixing it here. He's
like, oh my gosh, I fixed it. I thought he is gonna really fall out of my lap if I don't grab a hold of it.
Here, you know what? Let me get that bed. He can lay on your lap. Will that work?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on, guys.
Sorry. I just was like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll get back on it.
Oh my God.
So cute.
That's actually the one Sammy needs to be on.
Or he can lay on the floor if he would rather. Sorry, y'all.
Yo, no worries. Like, no worries. He may need to go out. Anyway.
Oh, see, now he's like sitting, but
yeah.
You want up here?
Here. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
No. Oh, I was saying college. No, you did not. You did not. It's awesomeness. I probably need to quit talking. Of course, if I quit talking, then we don't have an FNL. But so I was saying that in college. An administrator, I got denied. So go figure that. But an administrator, you back then, and I don't know how colleges work now, but back then, you got to appeal if you got denied entry. And I did the appeal, not because I felt like I should have been admitted, but because I wanted to learn what I needed to do to get admitted. It's like, okay, I get that you denied me. What do I need to do? And after I met with the admissions administrator, he overwrote the denial and I got admitted. And he suggested that I go to at the time at this college, they had a tutoring pool. And he said, when you finish your classes at the end of the day, go do your assignments there. And when you need help, raise your hand, get help, do what you need to do to be successful. And so that you can have the life that you want. And that made sense to me. And so I did that. And I learned math for the first time. And I learned, I saw the periodic table for the first time, because when you move as much as I did as a child, I missed stuff because this school might be doing one thing and you get to this school and they've already moved on from that. I just had so many gaps in my education. I had never read a book. I'd never read a full book. Had never written a report, never had to, because we were always moving, and so I got help with all of that, the basics. And I started learning for the first time. And so it was really my freshman year of college where I started learning. And Sally, that's very sweet of you to say, but if there had been standardized testing when I was in school. There is no way that I would have moved on. And so thank you for that comment. But yeah, a lot of it was, I was doing 2 steps to get through school, and I was good with it. Pup Camper says there's nothing wrong with having things that make you happy and comfortable. Thank you. She has pictures on her walls. Yes, she does, of her sister and family and all of that. She has a lovely home. And so Lorelei says she gets anxiety still. She used to move apartments or houses every 2 years. Gypsy at heart. Yes. And I love the moving, the rolling. Let me say I love the rolling. I love the turning the key and stuff. Yeah, and rolling on down the road. It's the moving of stuff that I just, yeah, I just can't keep doing it. I can't. I don't know if I'm going to have to give up book signing events, which, then I don't have the money to roll. I mean, I literally work right now. I make a living. I'm still working. I know I'm 66 years old, but I don't have the money to not work and to retire. So I can't afford to not do book signing events, but it may get to a point where I can't, because I can't keep doing this shuffling of stuff. Loretta says she's been full-time since August and loves it. Love it when she's set up for more than a week. Preparing and driving can be stressful. Yes, but I'm going to come back to that, Loretta, because that's what I'm going to cover here in a minute, about the sitting versus the rolling. And I'm going to share some pros and cons that I think might shock some people. But oh, yay, you left Pahrump already, Grace, and y'all send Grace some love. She lost her pup this week, and we love you, Grace, and we love Charm. And I know that first Thanksgiving without your baby had to have been so hard. If Robin says if you want to dance, then just go to the hop. Okay, you got to explain yourself, Robin. I don't understand. I can't hop anywhere with this knee right now. Sybil says her stuff causes her anxiety and depression too. And I get that, but I really don't have a lot of stuff. I really don't. That's what gets me. It's just crazy. Lorelei says I did the smart thing, getting a home base and a safe place to go and de-stress. That's true, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. Then I can come and go when I want to. That's true, except for money and vehicle reliability. 2 big things, 2 huge things. Yes, my place does look great. Thank you, Sybil. And my Jana is wonderful. Thank you. Where do I fish in the desert? That's a good one, Robin. I hadn't thought about that. But there's Mittry Lake. There's the Colorado. There's surprisingly a lot of water down there, especially down around Yuma. And then you can go into California, and there's even more water. The Colorado by Lake Havasu City is not very far north of Parker. There's state parks on lakes in that area. Surprisingly, there's a lot of water and a lot of fishing available. Sybil says, thank you for the birthday wishes. Did I miss something?
Her birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Sybil. I missed it. If I ever miss anything like that, you guys, first of all, moderators, y'all tell me when I miss important stuff like that. But I hadn't gotten there. Okay. Happy birthday, Sybil. Yeah. That's awesomeness. That's the kind of stuff we ought to be talking about. Thank you, Loretta. I appreciate that. I know, poor Bandit. He's so tired. Today is Linda. Oh, Linda Moreland's. Okay, so we're going to sing. I'm going to sing happy birthday to Linda and to Sybil. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda and Sybil. Happy birthday to you. Maybe from now on we will get Jana to play the guitar when we do happy birthdays. Yeah. Yeah. We might do that.
Learn that song.
Yeah, you can do it. That'd be a fun standard, wouldn't it? When somebody has a birthday, we do that. That'd be fun. Debbie's journal says Bandit must be really tired. The truth is, I think my dog is a lot older than 9. he has the age of 9 based on what they said at the shelter when I got him, but he is showing big signs of being a lot older. He is stumbling. He's falling asleep like that. And I think he's losing his eyesight because he can't see to jump up into chairs without me putting my hand on the pad of the chair and saying, "Here, buddy, come on." And then he will jump up. So my baby boy is getting old fast, like his mom. Grace is dyslexic and says she totally understands. Yes, it's like, I can't do this much longer. I can't. It's not that I'm just being a whiny ass. I mean, I get that I am, but I can't do this. It's like asking somebody that's in a wheelchair to race every day. Do people in wheelchairs race and win Paralympics and go skiing and do all the things that can be done? Yes, but they're not asked to do it every day as a part of their everyday lifestyle, and for it to be so challenging every day. There is always respite, and I don't get any respite, and I can't keep doing it. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. I am writing books. Yes. Robbie. Is there somebody on named Robbie?
No.
Oh, Robin. Okay. Got it. All right, Linda and Sybil, I hope y'all feel the love. One bad knee means hop on one leg. I can do the hop. Got it. Okay. I could do that. I don't know if I could do that without falling over though. Just don't know about that. A ceiling mount for my fishing rods. Actually, Sally, I have. Let me show y'all right up here. See that? I don't know. Wait, maybe it's on this side. Where's my ledge? It is right there. Oh, y'all can't see it because of the glare, but I have a ledge where the ductwork was for the furnace that I'm thinking I might could put some hooks up there and put my fishing rods across there. So I'm again shuffling shit, and I may give up fishing. I'm just tired of it all. But yes, and no, I don't want them on the ceiling because then I start getting claustrophobic. What I have already done. You're welcome, Linda and Sybil. Y'all are both welcome. Love you both. So okay, so let me jump into gratitude list. I told you I'm so blessed. I've got so much to be thankful for, and so I'm too blessed to stay too depressed. That's for dang sure. So let's talk a little bit about this fear, fake, and fun. All right, I think I've covered the fear sufficiently. Let me shut this curtain. I think I've covered the fear sufficiently. I'm afraid of. I don't want to say I'm afraid of Phoenix breaking down because I'm also faithing it. It's not that I'm just going out there and driving her without having done my due diligence. I've spent $3,600 just in the last 5 months to keep her rolling. I maintain her to the nth degree on all of her fluids and tire levels and everything that needs to be done. So I'm not just going out there blindly and blind faithing, and saying, God's got me and I'm just going to wing it and go for it. I'm doing my due diligence, and I am optimistic that she will do well, but there is some concern and valid concern of what might happen on the road with her. Mary Jane says, Debra, please give yourself grace. Yes, and that's part of that being blessed, Mary Jane. Your words are always so beautiful. That's part of that being blessed and being grateful. And I've got too much that has been given me in my life to keep whining and to stay down too long. I'm just right now. I see you guys. Here's the deal. And thank you again, Mary Jane. I love you. And I'm so glad you're on here tonight. You guys see me every week, every Friday. I could come on here and I could just go, oh, we're doing that. Oh, we're fixing to travel. Oh, life is great. And life is great. Life is really, really good. But my FNLs are real. They are a weekly recapture. I have never been one that blows smoke, sometimes much to my own detriment. But I also want to be transparent, authentic, and honest with you guys. And this has been a tough week for me. I really think it would have been even harder if my sister had not come to visit, and God bless her for doing that. And both Jana and I have people that are very important in our lives that are probably at end of life. And that weighs on us both too, individually. Oh, Jeff and Margie, thank you. Love you. Didn't know you were on here. Thanks for letting me know you're here. So that's another factor. When you have loved ones in your life that are having a hard time, that hits you hard too. And so that's another factor. But I'm good. I really am good. I just yeah, I'm tired. But here's the thing, you guys. Let's jump in. Oh, the fake part. That's just kind of what Mary Jane was saying about I've accomplished so much more in my life than circumstances have given me. I am writing my 11th book, and I'm tired of saying that. I need to get that dang thing finished. I need to be on book 12. I should be on book 4. Should be. I just shoulded myself. But I do need to get book 11 finished. But I'm on my 11th book. Never knew that would be possible. I'm teaching a writing workshop, and that is just glorious beyond belief to be able to do that. I'm traveling, and I just bought a home base. None of that was supposed to be. So thank y'all for pulling me through that quagmire that I just was sharing with you to where I get to the other side, and I really focus on the gratitude, and I see it and I feel it. Thank you for that. And that's why I suit up and show up every Friday. I mean, I miss some every now and then, but for the most part, I'm here every Friday. It is because you guys lift me up. And, I started this in 2020 for us all to get through COVID together. And it is such an honor and a privilege to be here every week with y'all. And I get more from you, I promise you, than you guys do. But you guys have gotten to know, some of you have gotten to know each other through the FNL, maybe not in person, but you spend 52 nights or evenings with somebody, and you know what they're going through, and you do tend to start feeling like you know them, and I get that. And yes, I have had a lot going on, starting with Nevada, dropping my insurance and my registration and everything blew up, and I know it will settle back down. I think. I guess I shouldn't say I know it will. I'm hoping I know it will, but there's this little part of me that's like, please. But, and that is nothing. Oh, I'm so glad you said that, Debbie. Thank you. She said the wows are amazing, and I'm a wonderful teacher. That's so kind. Thank you. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to lead others through their dream of writing. I'm telling you, it's just, and we have fun. It's a good group of people, and anybody can join at any time. It is a good group. About that traveling, though, because it is what, thank you, Cheryl. I see all those hearts. About that traveling, because it is what saved my life. It is my heart, my soul. It is what I love. And no, I shouldn't say because this might not apply to you at all. You might be like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now, girlfriend. You can still join the wows, Sybil. You just suit up and show up. You're already eligible. You just join. It's all right. We can message each other about it if you want to, but anybody can join anytime. It's ongoing. It's not, you didn't have to join at the beginning. And y'all can go to my website and learn about what we're talking about as far as the WOW workshops. The WOW stands for Write on Wednesdays. But let me speak for me instead of saying you. When I sit too long, I start nesting. And I start getting to where that traveling, that turning the keys and rolling feels ominous, feels big, feels scary, feels it's not, but it starts feeling that way. And here, look, so look at this. This is a bird feeder right outside of my office window. So when I'm sitting here working, I get that staring back at me. Here's another one. I get that's a goldfinch and a male purple finch. And I get to see those things. It's my home. I'm establishing a home here. It's like, oh my God. I've planted some plants. I don't know that they'll make it through the winter without me here. One of my neighbors has been gracious enough to say she'll check on them and maybe throw some water on them if they need it. But they either do or they don't. They were transplants. I didn't pay for them, and I've been taking care of them for the month that I've been here and giving them root starter, and they're doing really well. So I think they'll be okay. But I am it's talking about roots. I'm setting down roots, and that makes it pretty difficult to turn that key and roll. And I am not ready to give up on traveling and seeing. I mean, I know that we've been doing, because of Phoenix and because of the things I've had going on, we've been doing a lot of the same route, but we've also seen some new things. RV Ashes in April. Marge says it can feel that way, hard to turn the key, but once you do it, it's all great again. And that is so true. I know. I mean, and I am actually now ready to roll. I told Jana, I said, I wish I could just leave all this shit behind and just roll. It's this getting ready, all this stuff that's making me anxious this time, and the established routes. But I do the same thing in the desert, on long-term land. It starts feeling like home, and I get settled in, and it's time to roll. But I was talking about, we have seen new places this last year. I think we went to 4 or 5 new places, didn't we? I mean, so I'm not doing the broad state travel that I used to do before Phoenix started having trouble. And I still think that she's going to get worked out, and I'll be able to again one day. But we'll see. And it doesn't matter, because I still love travel no matter. And we're still finding new places to go and new things to see. We went and saw a volcano and just a whole bunch of different things. We did a mountaintop. We did 2 mountaintop hikes 3. Oh no, was Blue Water last year or this year? This past 365. This past.
Oh, that was canyon. We went down in the canyon.
Yeah.
Blue Water. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was this last. Yeah. So we did 3 major hikes, 1 deep in a canyon and 2 mountaintop. And so I'm still living life large, even though I don't get to go to Wyoming and see Mary Jane. I don't. See, I'm going to tear up again. It's really getting to me, isn't it? This prohibitive space that I live in right now. It's getting to me, and I'll work it out, but I don't get to go to Wyoming and see Mary Jane. I don't get to go to Ohio and see Jam Jam Van. I don't get to go to upstate New York and see Linda Bodo. I don't get to go to Florida and see Kindle. I don't get to go see my dear friend Letty. And I just all the things that I'm not getting to do, and I need to not look at that. I need to look at what I can do. So there are benefits to being able to nest and being able to have a home. Sometimes in just a few miles, it can be all new and exciting. That's so true. And thank you for weighing in and sharing all of this, Margie, because not far from, we're 2 hours from mountains, and not far from us is a wonderful lake. And we went there just to get away and could have fished there. Didn't take my fishing poles, didn't want to, but and I had never been there to that lake before, and so that was new and exciting. Yes, it doesn't have to be big to experience the all new and the exciting. I want to share this with you. And am I running over? Oh man, I am over. Sorry. I'm long-winded tonight. Speaking of being long-winded, y'all read that while I take a sip. I see people that put flamingos out at their RVs in sticks and bricks. I had a neighbor at the home I owned outside in Austin. One of my neighbors had her lawn covered in flamingos. And she of course had we used the same lawn service, but I felt so bad for the guys that had to go because they couldn't mow her lawn. They had to weed eat her lawn in between all the flamingos. And I saw this week. It popped up on from something that I was doing. Sally says she's suffering with FOMO with all her friends in the West while she's in the East. And yeah, Sally, what you're doing is phenomenal. And those memories, I know mine do. They'll live with you forever. But I get it. But this meme or whatever this is popped up this week from something I was doing, and it said, and I did not know this. I mean, I've always seen flamingos in big groups, but I didn't know that they could live up to tens of thousands of birds. Now you match that with an eagle that usually flies alone except to mate and raise a brood, and then they go alone again. So even in the avian world, everybody's different, and we are the same. We're different. I know people that would never do what I do, what Jana does, what a lot of my friends that are on here, RV Ashes and April, the way they travel is different for them. Miss Sally is doing a solo trip in New England. In the East, and Lorelei and birthday girl Linda just did some fantastic, beautiful traveling. And but there's a lot of people that wouldn't do what we do. They would do the flamingo route. And a lot of people don't understand that I've been here long enough. I'm setting down roots, and I need to roll before I get all anchored in, nested in, and rooted in. I got to roll. And then, a friend of mine shared this on their Instagram, and I don't know who Lawrence Stern is. So if it's a wacko, and y'all go look them up, I'm not promoting Lawrence Stern, but they wrote this evidently, and I wanted to keep the credit for them, whoever that may be. And my friend posted this: in solitude, the mind gains strength and learns to lean upon itself. And I don't know how you get that. I'm sure it can be done, but I don't know how you get that if you're a flamingo. Or flamingo minded, or a flamingo mindset. In solitude, the mind gains strength and learns to lean upon itself. And I just saw that yesterday. I've shared with y'all how I'm struggling, what has been difficult for me. Did he have to go outside? Yeah. You're so awesome, Jana. Thank you. Did you go? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I read that, and that captured everything for me. I wrote a whole book, Why Being a Nomad, or How Being a Nomad Saved My Life. And I think it boils down to that one sentence written by whoever this Lawrence Stern is. I think the reason that I'm not chunking it all and staying here in the nested, grounded roots that I'm establishing at my docking station is because my soul and my core is calling for the remote solitude and the travel. And my mind, my brain especially. And so it's off to the woods I go. And I know that if I can keep doing that for as long as I can keep doing that, that all the rest of that stuff being the operative word, will just go away. And I, just like Margie said, RV Ashes in April said a moment ago, that it can be daunting, and then you get however she worded it, and then you get a little bit down the road, and it's all new and exciting again and great again. And that's how I will feel Sunday after I quit shivering. Once we get through the mountains, I know that's how I will feel. And that's part of keeping on no matter what, one day at a time, isn't it? KOKO and MWODAT, that whatever this is temporary, whether it's FOMO, whether it's losing a beloved fur baby, Grace, whether it's losing a sister. I'm looking at everybody, and everybody's got their stuff, whether it's losing a sister last month, Pup Kemper. And yes, Terry, that is exactly the quote. Into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. Might be the desert, might not be a forest, but I could go back through this list of everybody that is on here, and we're all dealing with something. And you find what works for you, and you do the best you can in the moment, and you show up. Like Sally said, that she makes an effort to show up for FNL because she needs the community. And yes, I mean, I know that there are people that can be an island to themselves. I definitely used to go weeks at a time, and the only person I would see would be when I went into the store and checked out. The only person I would talk to would be when I'd go into the store and check out, and the clerk and I would interact some. But now that I'm better, I've got a foot in both worlds, and it is thank you, Nancy. She's visioning that we'll get to court sites with no problem at all. And I believe that. I believe we will. And I've got a foot in both worlds, the flamingo world and the solitude world. And that can feel problematic at times. It can feel confusing at times, but it's also the best of both worlds. Again, I am so blessed. So with that in mind, I just want to show you a couple of projects that we've been working on. If you're a KOKO Fam member on here, whether it is, and Norman, I think I saw you log on. Hi, friend. Whether you're a YouTube channel member or a Patreon member, I shared a video about some projects that I've been working on while here at the docking station. One of the things that I did is the picture below is you can't tell it, but those are tan that I covered Reflectix and put in those windows because in my over cab, I don't ever get up there now. It's a beautiful cabinet of storage, and I love it so much. And I should have gotten you a picture of that. But if you've seen my videos, you've probably seen it. But that bottom picture looks like I've got cardboard in my windows, and it's not cardboard. It's really light colored material. But when I put it up in the window, instead of it matching Phoenix, it looks like cardboard because of the tint on the windows. So for over probably 2 years now, I have wanted to change that material out to black, which I did. I put a baggie over one of the lights that is broken, and I'll get that fixed in quartzite. And so that is one of the projects that I've been working on and was really happy to get done. And another one that we just did that Jana just finished for me, because this was something I wanted to do, was going to do, but it was beyond my skill level, was putting up baskets. It's not the best picture, but that's my bedroom. And we're going to paint those cabinets to where they'll be white to match the rest of the RV, but definitely couldn't do that this go round. And they're fine. They don't need paint, but I just want the decor to match. but those baskets will hold like flip-flops and my oboes and swim shoes and flat shoes. I've got some flat dress shoes that I wear for my book signing events and everything that are up in that top left cabinet. And they're just stacked on top of one another because nothing will fit in there to organize them. And I think when we pulled them out, I think one pair got ruined. And but I will be able to put them in these baskets now, and I can put some of my book signing event t-shirts in that overhead bin, and that will help. It doesn't look like much, but that is so huge right there. That is so huge for me. And Jana offered that when she paints the cabinets that she can paint the brackets that she used to put that up there, because I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're black, and she offered to paint them so they match. I'm like, I'm not necessary. I'm good with that. And so it's the little things like that I just that doesn't look like much. But when you live in square inches instead of square feet, and you can come up with something like that will help quality of life, ease of life. I just need some ease. It's going to be awesome. And I'll continue to keep on keeping on no matter what, one day at a time, and find other things that work, that keep me going. And anybody that lives in square inches knows what I'm talking about. Thank you, Sally. And I might, the way I covered the Reflectix with the black material and everything, I might make that video public one day, but I didn't want to do that without being able to reference how I've covered things in my van in the past. And that video is currently not up. And so I want to incorporate that. And that was a bigger project than I can do right now because I'm so overwhelmed. But I was really glad to get that video out for patrons. And I'm stumbling because what went out today? Was it that one? The before and after? Or was it a different one?
On Patreon?
No, I'm on my YouTube. I did 2 videos. One's coming out Monday, and I don't remember the one that's coming out. Oh no, they haven't seen it yet. It comes out Monday for patrons and KOKO Fam members. YouTube, yeah, it comes out Monday. Y'all haven't seen it yet. Y'all are probably like, what? I shared this last one of us going to town one day. That's what went out today. The one of going to town and getting some supplies and stuff. So my bad. Y'all will see that KOKO Fam, if you're on here, you will see this video on Monday. And then when I get caught up on some things, and one day I hope to be able to show everybody how I cover Reflectix and insulation so that it looks like walls, and that'll be just a sneak preview. That's right, Marty. That's too funny. Hi, Peg. Good to see you. Anyway, Norman says he almost overslept. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Thoughts become things. That is so true, Loretta. People are like, well, I just thought it. I didn't say it, so it's not harmful. Not true. Thoughts matter, you guys. I think that's it. I know I ran over tonight. Thank y'all for indulging me. I needed you. Thank you for being here and for being the inspiration that you are for me, and for holding each other up like we do. Hi, Judy. It's okay. No worries. And I hope you'll be back next Friday. It's going to take us. Well, Janet could make it faster. It's going to take me 4 days to get to Quartzsite because I just can't travel more than 3-4 hours a day max. And so we'll be there by next Friday. I'll be coming to you live from Quartzsite. I'm just being silly now, but the effing else. That's too funny, Kathy. Anyway, thank you all for all that you bring into my life, and I hope that you continue to have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next week for coming to you from Courtside. Frugy, you have anything? Peace, she says. Peace. Bye, y'all. Have a great weekend.